Brinda Adige, who's joining us on the phone line, activist. Thank you for joining us. We are seeing, and we have been seeing this story come again and again after a young mother and her small son, 2.5-year-old, lost their life. You're seeing that one more case has come in. This time a road has caved in. And the big question is that who will take responsibility? When will these road accidents stop in Bengaluru?
These road accidents are not going to stop because nobody is fixed with any kind of a responsibility or no accountability. By the time a case is registered, we'll have to have all of you media houses to relentlessly continue to pursue it, because of which they will file a case. It is not that they will file a case as a right that something like this has happened and somebody has got hurt. Everybody will have blame games. All the political parties, the ruling regime as well as the opposition party are worried about a lot of other things. Love jihad, Tipu's book is coming, Tipu's coming or going away. All of those, but nobody is worried about the citizen who pays their taxes today, whose lives are getting lost. No accountability fixed. Nobody is going to bear any kind of penal action. We need to have a law passed or an ordinance immediately in the assembly so that all who are responsible register, FIR is registered against all of them.
Right. And Brinda Adige, as we keep reporting on the story, in Republic TV has been at the forefront of raising this issue of civic apathy. The question again comes out that when we see politicians, they are sparring over issues like Tipu Sultan. What about civil issues? What about civic issues? What about issues like these? Do you think it's time the politicians also stand up and they take notice of what the people of Bengaluru really want?
Absolutely. That is why we voted them into power. That is why we pay our taxes, so that they will govern, not go on having all of these fates which are not only irresponsible but irrelevant. It does not concern us citizens whether Tipu is there or Tipu is not there. What concerns us are roads, potholes, sewage, clean drinking water. Instead of that, what these people are up to is absolutely irrelevant subject which does not matter to the citizens. And until and unless these people accept that a case has to be registered and accountability has to be fixed on everybody, from the contractor, engineer to the person who allowed and passed the tender to be given to so-and-so person, all of them, because we all know politicians are involved in all of these tenders that are being passed or not passed. So everybody must be named in the FIR, and the courts must have the gumption to sanction permissions to prosecute all of these. Nothing less than criminal negligence.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, Brinda Adige, activist, for joining us. And let's go back to Prajwal. Prajwal, you were telling us about the incident which transpired. Go ahead and tell us a timeline of this incident. What happened? What time did it happen? And what is the condition right now of that biker who was injured?
Now it is being learnt that this particular road has caved in near Shule Circle this morning, and according to the hospital, according to the sources, they are stating that the biker has already been admitted to the hospital and is undergoing treatment as of now, but we still do not know as to what his exact condition is as well. And apart from that, now the BBMP is also to be held responsible for this, because the maintenance of the roads as well as the maintenance of the roads and the amenities falls on to the Bengaluru Civic body, the Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike. But seems like the authorities are yet to come to the spot, and they have barricaded off this entire road as well. And partly you have only about 25% of movement on this particular road. So this is causing a lot of traffic congestion too, is what is being reported. The traffic marshals there, along with the police, along with the Bengaluru cops, were the ones who immediately rushed to the spot and started barricading this entire portion of the road, and nobody is being allowed near this road. We get to understand that this sinkhole is at least around 3 to 3.5 feet in depth and around 4 feet wide as well. So all said and done now, why this careless attitude by the BBMP as well and the BBMP engineers? The BBMP commissioner now and again has been summoned by the Karnataka High Court, and despite the High Court cracking whip on the Bengaluru commissioner, now and then the BBMP commissioner now and then comes up with promises and deadlines stating that it will be all the potholes will be filled within 10 days, 12 days, 15 days, or else within 1 month. But so far, none of them have been answerable to this. When we also spoke to the revenue minister, he stated that such incidents happen only during the rainy season. But now, right now, in Bengaluru at least, we're not seeing any rains for the past 40-45 days now. But why are the works going so slow? And we are also seeing a lot of potholes too. Earlier today, when we also conducted a reality check too, we saw that there are several potholes across the city, and mainly now the roads near the metro construction sites are being more vulnerable, more being prone to it as well. And now the foundation of the soil is being questioned. How is the soil? How is the layer beneath these particular construction sites where the metro has taken construction, and whether there has been no sort of proper survey that is being conducted over here? And this is one best example where this particular road has caved in near a metro construction site. So many questions are being posed in, and many of the civic authorities are involved in this. But who is going to take accountability for this is something which needs to be answered as well, because there seems to be a lackadaisical attitude by the government of Karnataka so far. And every time when we also question the chief minister, who's also the Bengaluru development minister, he says that we need to have patience. But till when will the citizens of Bengaluru have patience here? Because more and more innocent lives are being lost.
All right, viewers. All right, Prajwal, I'll come back to you. We're getting some first reactions coming in of Junior NTR's first reaction on the RRR win. Just want to go take our viewers to that reaction coming in. Viewers, this is a big breaking we're getting for you. And remember that it was a remarkable day for Indian entertainment industry when RRR had created history. The Globe, the song, in fact, Natu Natu has won the Best Original Song at the 80th Golden Globe Awards, a first for any Asian song. Let's play that out, the reaction.
Before I get into the Golden Globes, you all know what a rage RRR has created in the West, especially in America, and how big a hit it was in Japan as well. Well, yesterday the Globes happened, and one of my favorite music directors, Mr. Kiravani Garu, has won the prestigious award for Natu Natu. Kiravani Garu has just not been a music director, but has been a very, very, very close member to the family. He's given some amazing songs throughout my career. I would like to first of all congratulate him for winning this prestigious award. It really, really, really makes me very proud as a fellow Indian that India has, not only Kiravani Garu, but India has achieved this award. Having said this, all this has been possible with the affection, the love you all Indians have given us. Call it the film fraternity, the Indian film fraternity. Call it the journalists, the Indian media, Indian journalists, family, friends, and most importantly, fans. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the affection you have caressed on RRR and made this achievement possible. Thank you so much.
All right, the first reaction coming in right now, viewers, of Junior NTR, and let's go, in fact, to what we're tracking right now. Now, this story is coming in. This story is coming in from Melbourne, where a Hindu temple was allegedly targeted by Khalistan supporters, sending shockwaves to the Indian diaspora of the Australian city. The walls of the Swami Narayan Mandir in the suburb of Mill Park were vandalized by an unidentified group with phrases like Hindustan Murdabad. And viewers, in fact, many eyewitnesses have also said that they witnessed the vandalized walls of the temple when they had gone to the temple in the morning. And a lot of reactions also coming in on the story, where BJP's Manjinder Singh Sirsa has condemned the incident, and the probe right now is underway. We are also coming to know that reports are suggesting that 3 Liberal MPs are visiting the Swami Narayan temple, and this is after the reporting on the temple being desecrated in Melbourne. Hindu temple in Melbourne was attacked and vandalized by Khalistan supporters. So viewers, getting these back-to-back updates coming in right now, where a temple was defaced with anti-India graffiti, and not the first time such a thing has happened. In fact, Manjinder Singh Sirsa has said that a similar incident had happened in the 1980s in Punjab as well, and it's an incident which is very, very disturbing, very, very disturbing. So getting these visuals also coming in right now, where a temple was targeted in Australia, and after similar cases in UK and Canada of Indians being attacked, being abused, we're seeing one more case coming, and this is coming in from Australia. So viewers, getting you back to the updates right now, and we are also getting some updates coming in from the Swami Narayan Mandir, and they have put a statement out. They're saying that we are deeply saddened and shocked by these incidents of vandalism and the hate that is being witnessed. The Mandir, the temple, has always been committed to peaceful coexistence and dialogue with all faiths and people. We have apprised the authorities and are cooperating fully with them. And also adding that we offer our prayers and peace and harmony, and will provide a fuller statement in due course. So getting these back-to-back statements right now, viewers, on Republic TV, where we are also getting a first report from the temple which has been desecrated. We'll play that out for our viewers. And let's go to our reporter who's joining us live from Melbourne. Sandeep is joining us live from Melbourne, I believe. Let's go to Sandeep. All right, Sandeep, if you're going to take our viewers through exactly what's happening there. You are in Melbourne. Take us through what happened. Take us through any reactions which have come right now. And what does the probe say? Any kind of clue on what the probe is saying at this point of time?
Thank you. There was a reported incident where I can show you the wall as well. It has been cleaned now. So there was an incident where the walls were vandalized, and some of the Sikh supporter, or you can say not Sikh supporter, I mean those Khalistani supporters, they have been painting, writing slogans. As you can see, they were trying to clean up just now, as I can show you with these. They just cleaned up, but it's not removed clearly. But yes, three of the MPs from Liberal Party, they are coming tomorrow to have a chat to the committee. But I just tried to talk to some of those people who are volunteering here, and then say they don't want to come to the video. They are really scared. And it was happened at night, and police is still investigating. They haven't given any news about like if they have catch anyone or anything like that, but they're still investigating the matter, and they have got some lead. I just came to know from one of my source that they have got some lead, and those people who have written those slogans like Modi is a Hitler and about Hindu people as well, so they will be catch shortly.
Sandeep, you're getting us exclusive images from Melbourne, but the allegation right now has fallen on Khalistan supporters, because also the kind of phrases which were written, like Hindustan Murdabad, these sort of phrases were written. So do we have any details about that?
Those slogans were written mainly from those people who support Khalistani agenda, but those people are funded by ISI, and a lot of people connected to this momentum are from Pakistan. So it's not like the only Indian Sikh, and how people try to put that picture on from Pakistan that, Khalistan, the Sikh wants to have the Khalistan separate from India, take Punjab, Haryana and those other states. But a lot of Pakistani people involved in that, they don't come to the front, but they involved in funding. Even around 10th of December, it was reported that there was a committee which called let me one sec. I'll give you the full report, because it was reported by One India that there is a committee called Victoria Sikh Gurdwara Council, and they have 7 Sikh Gurdwaras since 2019, and they organized Nagar Kirtans. They distributed T-shirts and flags in December outside of those Gurdwaras. So they want more people to join, and they're trying to spread hatred there. It was discussed with the police officers here, but no action was taken. But now you can see that they have started doing these kind of activities, and I think it is really dangerous for the people who living around and who visit on daily basis or on weekend here. And as I said, so I tried to talk to some of people here, and they said they don't want to come to the camera, they don't want to talk because they're really scared of this incident, after this incident.
Right. And Sandeep, also take our viewers through exactly, you have been living in Melbourne, and how do the people of Melbourne really feel about this? When such an incident takes place, it raises the question on peace of the area, on communal harmony. These questions really come up, Sandeep. How do the people there feel about the incident and after what has transpired?
Look, people, they doesn't matter which religion, either it's Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, or people from different countries as well. So they live together, they respect each other's religion. Only those elements who try to do these things like writing slogans or attack. If you remember, there was another person from Haryana who was surrounded by some Khalistanis when he went to another event. So there are some people in this community who try to do all these things and spread hatred. But otherwise, like people, they talk to each other. I have a lot of Muslim friends, Sikh friends. I go to and visit them. But this incident really creating a fear amongst some people, which is dangerous. And living in Australia, I have seen those kind of incident very rarely, but police is investigating, and I'm hoping that this matter will be taken really seriously. My sources advise that 3 MPs will be visiting here 11:30 tomorrow. It's not in the news. Liberal MPs. Just to let you know, Liberal Party is in government here, but in Victoria, there is a Labour Party who governed by, chief by, hang on, I'll give you some more information. Amritveer Singh has close connection with Labour Party in Victoria, who organized this event, which I was talking about, distributing the T-shirt and flags, all those sort of stuff. He has close connection with Labour Party. Our sources has revealed that, and he is an executive member of this VSGC, which is Victoria Sikh Gurdwara Council. So I think there are some deep connections which police really need to investigate, and that's why probably those 3 MPs from Liberal Party coming here, and hopefully this matter will be resolved quickly.
All right, Sandeep, thank you so much for joining us here. Sandeep joining us live from Melbourne and trying to help us understand what transpired there, how are the people feeling there, what will happen next. And like Sandeep is telling us that 3 Liberal MPs are going to visit that temple tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. And of course, we are tracking the story very closely. We're the only channel live from Melbourne right now on Republic TV. This incident had transpired when a Hindu temple has been targeted allegedly by Khalistan supporters, and this incident has sent shockwaves to the Indian diaspora of the Australian city. And viewers also getting the statement from the temple itself that they have said that they are deeply saddened and shocked by these acts of vandalism and hate. Let's go to our guest joining us on the phone line. Our guest is joining us on the phone line. It's Makarand Bhagwat, the Hindu Council of Australia, Melbourne president, has joined us on the phone line. Thank you for joining us here. Now, this incident is extremely, extremely concerning. A temple being vandalized, a temple being desecrated. Please tell us exactly what this really means. Especially you are in Melbourne right now. You're in the Hindu Council. Especially for the Hindu community, this is a very shocking incident.
Yeah, thank you for having me. So first of all, this is not a vandalism incident. This is a vilification incident, and there is a difference. Vandalism को हम तोड़फोड़ कहते हैं ना, तोड़फोड़ हुई नहीं है. So it's a vilification against the Hindus. And the graffiti or the wording which they have used is Hindustan Murdabad, which in English, as far as Australia is concerned, it means death to the place of Hindus, which means basically it is a death threat against the Hindus here in Melbourne. And it's really disappointing that this comes on a temple at such a time. Hello?
All right, Mr. Bhagwat, the question is then, is some legal action, police complaint, etc. planned by the local community, Indian community there?
See, the local temple has already lodged a police complaint, and this act, which has been done by those alleged Khalistani people, it is actually violating the local law, which is called as the Religious and Racial Tolerance Act. According to that act, you should not vilify, you should not enter into any activity which is a religious vilification of any other faith. So clearly this action, whoever has done, is violating the law, and a police case has been lodged, and soon we will see some outcomes. We are also speaking to some other people in the government to see what action can be taken.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bhagwat there of the Hindu Council of Australia, giving us details of the temple vandalism carried out by the Khalistanis in Melbourne. Of course, a police complaint has been lodged and hopefully the Australian authorities would pick up threads and carry out a very honest and methodical investigation into this episode. On that note, we have to take a short break. We come back with developments on the other side.
As we continue to be live and breaking here, coming up, BJP hits out anger among Hindu community as the Bihar minister insults the Ram Charit Manas.
Step into luxury, where grace blends with grandeur and design blends with innovation. As your stress is washed away and you're transported in the lap of luxury. Cure European bath lounges. Let time wait.
एक आपने कॉन्सेप्ट दिया जी जनाब का.
I don't ever want to claim anything which is not done by me. I only cast my mind back to what General Patinkar and General Nirbhay Sharma had done. What I did was that I took the Ji Janab. Ji Janab was not about saying Ji Janab to everyone. It was just a symbol, a name given to an operation to say, understand the Kashmiri environment, understand the culture, understand the sensitivities.
संपूर्ण ग्रंथ पर टिप्पणी नहीं है, ग्रंथ के उस अंश पर टिप्पणी है जो संपूर्ण 85-90% लोगों को शिक्षा से वंचित करता है.
Top headlines at 12:30. Republic confronts Bihar minister who insulted Ramcharitmanas. Minister says, in fact, remains defiant, justifies his remarks.
Ramcharitmanas was a nafrat फैलाने वाला ग्रंथ. Was a grant that was spreading hatred. This is not a coincidence, it is a conspiracy.
BJP hits out anger among Hindu community as Bihar.
Republic 47.3%. 394% more viewership for Republic TV than News 18 in Super Prime Time. content supremacy destroys the landing experiment. Republic TV, the All India #1.
ग्रंथ पर टिप्पणी नहीं है, ग्रंथ के उस अंश पर टिप्पणी है जो संपूर्ण 85-90% लोगों को शिक्षा से वंचित करता है।
Republic confronts a Bihar minister who insulted the Ramcharitramanas. The minister stays defiant. He is in fact justifying the comment.
Ramcharitramanas was a nafrat फैलाने वाला ग्रंथ. Was a ग्रंथ that was spreading hatred. This is not a coincidence. It is a conspiracy.
The BJP hits out anger amongst the Hindu community as the Bihar minister insults the Ramcharitramanas. After the UK and Canada, hate graffiti is now scribbled on the walls of a Hindu temple. This in Australia's Melbourne. Army chief in his annual address says the border situation with China is stable, under control, yet unpredictable. Back-to-back 3 incidents of snake, lizard and rats that are found in a midday meal. BJP alleges funds misappropriation in Bengal. And overnight rains bring in more trouble. Cracks are now seen in more houses, even in Kanprayag. A very good afternoon. Thank you for staying with us on Republic. I'm Deepthi Sachdeva. We begin this edition of the news with our spotlight on these comments that have come in from the Bihar Education Minister. You remember us from the RJD. He's made some very, very disturbing comments and objectionable ones against the Ramcharitramanas. Today, when Republic confronted him, he continues to stay defiant. He says, I've said nothing wrong. But what about Nitish Kumar, the Chief Minister himself? He's also responded, though he says, I have absolutely no idea of what's going on.
मानस को लेकर के उन्होंने कहा है कि ये विवादित ग्रंथ है।
हमको नहीं पता, चलिए अब हो गया, हमको नहीं मालूम।
सर बक्सर में जो घटना हुई इस पर क्या कहेंगे सर? सर बक्सर में जो घटना हुई है सर, दरभंगा में एम्स बनेगा सर।
बक्सर में क्या
सर दरभंगा एम्स को लेकर सर बक्सर में सर पावर प्लांट में आग लगा दी गई है सर बक्सर में।
जो जमीन को लेकर विवाद हुआ है, अरे वो तो कह दिया गया उसको, डीएम को, वो अपना सब कुछ देख रहा है पहुंच करके।
शिक्षा मंत्री बोले नफरत को लेकर भी सवाल उठ रहा है।
हमको पता नहीं है जी, हम देखे नहीं है।
शिक्षा मंत्री ने बोला है कि ये नफरत होने वाला ग्रंथ है।
हमको पता नहीं है, हम पूछ लेंगे उनसे।
ठीक सर, दरभंगा एम्स को लेकर बातें हो रही है कि दरभंगा एम्स कब तक बन जाएगा सर?
हाँ बनेगा। दरभंगा एम्स के लिए तो आप जानते ही न हैं, हम जो चाहते थे क्या, हम तो चाहते थे एम्स में इसको कन्वर्ट करना, जो हमारा दरभंगा का मेडिकल कॉलेज हॉस्पिटल, हम तो ही ना चाह रहे थे। पहले मान लिए थे लोग, अब बाद में छोड़ दिए कि नहीं हम बनाएंगे, तो वहां पर बनाने की बात हुई, वो रहेगा ही। तो अब हम लोगों ने तय कर दिया है कि भाई जहां पर वो है ना, उससे अलग एक दूसरा जगह पर हम लोग ले करके और बढ़िया से दे रहे हैं उनको, ताकि वहां पर बनेगा जिसमें ज्यादातर सुविधा होगी। और जो वहां पर ऑलरेडी है, वहां वाला में अपना पहले से जो चल रहा है वो चलेगा। हाँ, और डेवलप करेंगे, उसको भी डेवलप करेंगे हम लोग, लेकिन और बाकी के लिए एक अलग जगह के लिए चुन लिया गया है।
जहां अशोक पेपर मिल है वो वहां पे सब विवाद
नहीं है। ये कहाँ पर है, कहाँ पर
कुछ नहीं।
जी, ये रामचरितमानस और मनुस्मृति को जलाने की बात कर रहे हैं, बोल रहे हैं कि ये विद्वेष फैलाने वाला ग्रंथ है।
भाई आप बताइए ना, विद्वेष कहाँ नहीं फैल रहा है बिहार में? आपका ध्यान किस चीज़ों पर है? बक्सर में जो हुआ वो क्या है? या जिस तरीके से हमारे छात्रों के ऊपर लाठियां चलाई जाती है वो क्या है? क्यों लोगों की आस्था को भड़काने वाले बयान बिहार के मुख्यमंत्री स्वयं और उनकी पार्टी के नेता देते रहते हैं? क्यों बंटवारे की राजनीति करने का प्रयास करते हैं? क्यों बिहार में माहौल को खराब करने का ये लोग प्रयास करते हैं? बिहार इन लोगों से संभलता नहीं। जो मुख्यमंत्री ने खुद बंटवारे की राजनीति कर सत्ता की चाबी अपने हाथ में रखी हो, सत्ता की कुर्सी तक पहुंचे ही वो बंटवारे की राजनीति कर दलित महादलित को बांटकर, पिछड़ा अति पिछड़ा को बांटकर, महिला पुरुष तक में जो इस तरीके से विवादित बयान जो मुख्यमंत्री देते हों, उनकी सोच ही यही रही है। भाई लोगों की आस्था के आप से खिलवाड़ करना कहीं से उचित।
आप रामचरितमानस और मनुस्मृति को किस रूप में लेते हैं? क्योंकि काफी साधु संत इस बयान का चंद्रशेखर जी के, जो शिक्षा मंत्री हैं बिहार के, उसका विरोध कर रहे हैं।
भाई इस तरीके के बयान से परहेज करना चाहिए। जो लोगों की आस्था से जो जुड़ा हो, जो लोगों की आस्था से जुड़ा हो, उससे परहेज करते हुए जो सही मायनों में जो ज्वलंत विषय उसके ऊपर चर्चा होनी चाहिए। चर्चा होनी चाहिए बक्सर के किसानों को लेकर, पूरे बिहार के किसानों को लेकर। पर किस तरीके से बक्सर में किसानों की पिटाई की गई, किस तरीके से उनकी परिवार की महिला, छोटे छोटे बच्चे।
शिक्षा मंत्री को इस्तीफा देना चाहिए,
उसका समाधान।
शिक्षा मंत्री को इस्तीफा देना
इस तरीके के बयान देंगे तो इस्तीफा नहीं भी देंगे तो अगली बार जनता उनको हटा देगी।
So you just heard that conversation with Chirag Paswan, but what about the man in question? What about the education minister? Republic confronted this man again today and asked him that would he want to take back his words? Does he believe that he said something wrong? He is defiant. He continues to say whatever I've said is absolutely right.
आपने रामचरितमानस को
एक
नफरत,
आप अपनी बात को फिर से सुधारिए। आप विवादास्पद आप कह रहे हैं, मैं कहाँ कह रहा हूँ?
नफरत का ग्रंथ आपने
मैंने नफरत का ग्रंथ नहीं कहा, नफरत का अंश कहा है। उस ग्रंथ में नफरत के अंश हैं। उत्तरकांड में लिखा हुआ है, अधम जात में विद्या पाए, भयहु जथा ही दूध पिलाए। आप बताओ इसका क्या अर्थ है? कभी पढ़े हैं?
मैं तो नहीं पढ़ा, मैं तो नहीं पढ़ा। आप पढ़े हैं?
वही लोग बहस में लगे हुए हैं। जो पढ़ेंगे सब।
हम विवाद नहीं कर रहे हैं, साधु संत लोग बोल रहे हैं कि अपमानजनक है। मैंने तो नहीं पढ़ा है रामचरित। मैं ऑनेस्टली आपको बता रहा हूँ, आप पढ़े, मुझे याद है कल आप भाषण में दोहा में काफी बता रहे थे। लेकिन रामचरितमानस एक सेक्रेड ग्रंथ है, जैसा कि हिंदू धर्म के लोग मानते हैं, और संत लोग आपका विरोध कर रहे हैं इस बात को लेकर। भाजपा वाले भी विरोध कर रहे हैं।
संत लोग विरोध नहीं कर रहे हैं। संतों की पृष्ठभूमि देखिए किस बात की वो लोग विरोध कर रहे होंगे। कौन लोग हैं वो? क्या वो संत रैदास है? क्या वो संत पासवान है? क्या वो संत गुप्ता है? आप देखिए, क्या वो संत चौधरी है? क्या वो संत जायसवाल है? क्या वो संत शर्मा है? मतलब शर्मा जो मेरा ये कहना है कि जो भी मैंने बात कही है, संपूर्ण ग्रंथ पर टिप्पणी नहीं है, ग्रंथ के उस अंश पर टिप्पणी है जो संपूर्ण 85-90% लोगों को शिक्षा से वंचित करता है। आज मोहन भागवत जी नागपुर से फतवा देते हैं कि शिक्षा से अहंकार बढ़ता है। क्या आपने देखा? आपने पढ़ा? ये बहस का मुद्दा बना।
रामचरितमानस को आप किस रूप में लेते हैं? आप ये बताइए।
मैं रामचरितमानस के उत्तरकांड के उस अंश का विरोध करता हूँ जिसमें लिखा हुआ है, धम्म जात में विद्या पाए, भयहु जथा ही दूध पिलाए। मैं रामचरितमानस के उस अंश को लेता हूँ जिसमें लिखा हुआ, जे बरनाधम तेली कुम्हारा, सपच की रात कोल कलवारा। बरन में नीच कौन कौन है? पहला नाम तेली का दिया है भैया। तेली, कहार, कुम्हार, कोल, कलवार, आदिवासी, दलित पराधीन, सारे वंचितों को कहा है।
I believe that it arises from ignorance. Ramcharitmanas has been the binding force for the Hindus amongst the diaspora, spread all around the world. The Girmitias, the persons akin to a bonded labor, when they went to foreign lands, they took Ramcharitmanas with them. And the Ramcharitmanas has been their link with the motherland and the Hinduism.
We head into a break right now. When we come back, the Army Chief in his annual address says the border situation with China is stable. and under control, yet unpredictable. Also, this horrific story developing in the state of Bengal. Look very, very closely. These are images of the midday meal there served to little children. You have snake, lizard and rats. Everything that's now been found in these midday meals. The full story on the other side.
QSMTHE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
एक आपने कॉन्सेप्ट दिया जी जनाब का.
I don't ever want to claim anything which is not done by me. I only cast my mind back to what General Patinkar and General Nirbhay Sharma had done. What I did was that I took the Ji Janab. Ji Janab was not about saying Ji Janab to everyone. It was just a symbol, a name given to an operation to say, understand the Kashmiri environment, understand the culture, understand the sensitivities.
ये कहानी 1947 में जाती है सर. एक नया मुल्क बनता है पाकिस्तान. जो ऑफिसर्स हैं इंडियन आर्मी में, उनको ये बोला जाता है कि आप चूज करें आप कहां पे जाना चाहते हैं.
मेरे पिताजी जनरल सैयद मेहदी हसनैन उस वक्त कैप्टन जब आर्मी के अंदर आए थे तो फर्स्ट गढ़वाल राइफल्स में आए. प्योर हिंदू सोल्जर्स कम्युनिटी जो थी पूरी, उसमें एक अकेला मुसलमान. उनके कमांडिंग ऑफिसर ने उनसे पूछा, बंटवारे के अंदर आप क्या चाहेंगे, किसी मुस्लिम यूनिट के साथ, मुस्लिम रेजिमेंट के साथ पाकिस्तान आर्मी में जाने की? जवाब जो था बहुत जबरदस्त. मैंने सोच लिया मैं उस देश में जाऊंगा, मैं उस फौज में जाऊंगा जिसमें मजहब के लिए कोई अलग जगह नहीं है.
And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. In an interview to the RSS mouthpiece organizer and the Panchjanya, Mohan Bhagwat has said that Muslims have nothing to fear in India, but they must abandon their boisterous rhetoric of supremacy. While responding to Bhagwat's interview, the AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi said that Bhagwat must not preach, and it is Bhagwat who is furthering the Hindu supremacist narrative.
हिटलर को भी बड़ा अपना यकीन था अपनी आर्यन रेस और सुपरमेसी का, और इसीलिए आप देखते हैं कि आरएसएस जो है शुरू से इस बात का डिमांड कर रही है कि भारत में जो फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर है इस कंट्री का, उसको खत्म कर दिया जाए.
We are cutting across to these images that are just coming to us from Buxar in Bihar. These are farmers who still continue to protest. Remember, you've seen that violent clash between the farmers and the police just about yesterday. This is a story again tracked by Republic closely. We haven't seen much of any action that's come in from the Chief Minister, but let's listen in to what we are hearing from the ground.
खास कीजिए, और इस तरह गुंडा और इसमें क्या फर्क रह गया? आज जिस तरह का एक्ट, यहाँ लोग शांतिपूर्ण आंदोलन चला रहे हैं, 85 दिन से बैठे हैं, कोई जिला प्रशासन सुन नहीं रहा है. इसका मतलब है कि प्रशासन ने यह तय किया कि अब गुंडागर्दी करके लोगों को भगाएंगे. यह अत्यंत ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है.
सवाल ये उठ रहा है कि
पूरी तरह देखिए, किसानों को मुआवजा मिलना चाहिए. इसलिए मिलना चाहिए कि आज यदि हमसे जमीन आप ले रहे हैं तो आज का सर्किल रेट आप दीजिए और इनसे जमीन ले लीजिए.
किसान भी पूछ रहे हैं क्या?
Some of you are aware the government provided. Through this route again, we are trying to get or meet our requirements in this field so that we then try them out, evaluate them in field, and which will then form the basis for our further capital or major procurements.
एक आपने कॉन्सेप्ट दिया जी जनाब का.
I don't ever want to claim anything which is not done by me. I only cast my mind back to what General Patinkar and General Nirbhay Sharma had done. What I did was that I took the Ji Janab. Ji Janab was not about saying Ji Janab to everyone. It was just a symbol, a name given to an operation to say, understand the Kashmiri environment, understand the culture, understand the sensitivities.
And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. In an interview to the RSS mouthpiece organizer and the Panchjanya, Mohan Bhagwat has said that Muslims have nothing to fear in India, but they must abandon their boisterous rhetoric of supremacy. While responding to Bhagwat's interview, the AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi said that Bhagwat must not preach, and it is Bhagwat who is furthering the Hindu supremacist narrative.
हिटलर को भी बड़ा अपना यकीन था अपनी आर्यन रेस सुपरमेसी का, और इसीलिए आप देखते हैं कि आरएसएस जो है शुरू से इस बात का डिमांड कर रही है कि भारत में जो फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर है इस कंट्री का उसको खत्म कर दिया जाए.
The former Minority Affairs Minister and senior BJP leader Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi has hailed the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat's remarks on Muslims and said the spirit of partnership and not the battle to dominate leads to the path of development.
इस देश में आप दुनिया में रहने वाले 10 मुसलमानों में से एक मुसलमान हिंदुस्तान में रहता है. उसके सामाजिक, आर्थिक, शैक्षणिक, धार्मिक अधिकार पूरी तरह से महफूज भी हैं और मजबूत भी हैं, सुरक्षित भी हैं और सिक्योर्ड भी हैं. लेकिन वो दिक्कत मुसलमानों की नहीं है, दिक्कत मुस्लिम वोटों के ठेकेदारों और जागीरदारों की है. क्योंकि मुस्लिम वोटों के ठेकेदारों और जागीरदारों की जो जागीरदारी और ठेकेदारी है वो पूरी तरह से हिली हुई है.
Air India.
Breaking news, we are getting an update in the Sonmarg avalanche case. One dead body, we are learning, has been recovered. Many more still are said to be missing. Even as we speak, the rescue operation continues.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
एक आपने कॉन्सेप्ट दिया जी जनाब का.
I don't ever want to claim anything which is not done by me. I only cast my mind back to what General Patinkar and General Nirbhay Sharma had done. What I did was that I took the Ji Janab. Ji Janab was not about saying Ji Janab to everyone. It was just a symbol, a name given to an operation to say, understand the Kashmiri environment, understand the culture, understand the sensitivities.
संपूर्ण ग्रंथ पर टिप्पणी नहीं है, ग्रंथ के उस अंश पर टिप्पणी है जो संपूर्ण 85-90% लोगों को शिक्षा से वंचित करता है.
Top headlines at 12:30. Republic confronts Bihar minister who insulted Ramcharitmanas. Minister says, in fact, remains defiant, justifies his remarks.
Ramcharitmanas was a nafrat फैलाने वाला ग्रंथ. Was a grant that was spreading hatred. This is not a coincidence, it is a conspiracy.
BJP hits out anger among Hindu community as Bihar minister insults Ramcharitmanas. After UK and Canada, hate graffiti now scribbled on the walls of Hindu temple in Australia's Melbourne. Back-to-back 3 incidents of snake, lizard and rats found in midday meal. BJP alleges funds misappropriation. Overnight rains bring more trouble. Cracks now seen in more houses and even in Kanpyak.
ये कहानी 1947 में जाती है सर। एक नया मुल्क बनता है पाकिस्तान। जो ऑफिसर्स हैं इंडियन आर्मी में, उनको ये बोला जाता है कि आप चूज करें आप कहां पे जाना चाहते हैं।
मेरे पिताजी जनरल सैयद मेहदी हसनैन उस वक्त कैप्टन जब आर्मी के अंदर आए थे तो फर्स्ट गढ़वाल राइफल्स में आए। प्योर हिंदू सोल्जर्स कम्युनिटी जो थी पूरी, उसमें एक अकेला मुसलमान।
Republic has earlier confronted the Bihar Education Minister who insulted the Ramcharitmanas by saying that it spreads hatred. Even as Republic confronted this minister, he remains defiant. Also, the BJP has hit back and said the minister needs to go.
Republic 47.3%. 394% more viewership for Republic TV than News 18 in super prime time. Content supremacy destroys the landing experiment. Republic TV, the All India #1.
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Step into luxury, where grace blends with grandeur and design blends with innovation. As your stress is washed away and you're transported in the lap of luxury. Cure European bath lounges. Let time wait.
एक आपने कॉन्सेप्ट दिया जी जनाब का।
I don't ever want to claim anything which is not done by me. I only cast my mind back to what General Patinkar and General Nirbhay Sharma had done. What I did was that I took the Ji Janab. Ji Janab was not about saying Ji Janab to everyone. It was just a symbol, a name given to an operation to say, understand the Kashmiri environment, understand the culture, understand the sensitivities.
ये कहानी 1947 में जाती है सर। एक नया मुल्क बनता है पाकिस्तान। जो ऑफिसर्स हैं इंडियन आर्मी में, उनको ये बोला जाता है कि आप चूज करें आप कहां पे जाना चाहते हैं।
मेरे पिताजी जनरल सैयद मेहदी हसनैन उस वक्त कैप्टन जब आर्मी के अंदर आए थे तो फर्स्ट गढ़वाल राइफल्स में आए। प्योर हिंदू सोल्जर्स कम्युनिटी जो थी पूरी, उसमें एक अकेला मुसलमान। उनके कमांडिंग ऑफिसर ने उनसे पूछा, बंटवारे के अंदर आप क्या चाहेंगे, किसी मुस्लिम यूनिट के साथ, मुस्लिम रेजिमेंट के साथ पाकिस्तान आर्मी में जाने की? जवाब जो था बहुत जबरदस्त। मैंने सोच लिया मैं उस देश में जाऊंगा, मैं उस फौज में जाऊंगा जिसमें मजहब के लिए कोई अलग जगह नहीं है।
संपूर्ण ग्रंथ पर टिप्पणी नहीं है, ग्रंथ के उस अंश पर टिप्पणी है जो संपूर्ण 85-90।
What you're seeing on your screens now will be images that have come in from West Bengal, where this is the kind of midday meal that is served to children. You will find rats, snake, lizard, all a part of this midday meal. The BJP now has hit back at the ruling government and asking, where have the funds for the midday meal scheme been appropriated?
Step into luxury, where grace blends with grandeur and design blends with innovation. As your stress is washed away and you're transported in the lap of luxury. Cure European bath lounges. Let time wait.
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
एक आपने कॉन्सेप्ट दिया जी जनाब का.
I don't ever want to claim anything which is not done by me. I only cast my mind back to what General Patinkar and General Nirbhay Sharma had done. What I did was that I took the Ji Janab. Ji Janab was not about saying Ji Janab to everyone. It was just a symbol, a name given to an operation to say, understand the Kashmiri environment, understand the culture, understand the sensitivities.
संपूर्ण ग्रंथ पर टिप्पणी नहीं है, ग्रंथ के उस अंश पर टिप्पणी है जो संपूर्ण 85-90% लोगों को शिक्षा से वंचित करता है.
Top headlines at 12:30. Republic confronts Bihar minister who insulted Ramcharitmanas. Minister says, in fact, remains defiant, justifies his remarks.
Ramcharitmanas was a nafrat फैलाने वाला ग्रंथ. Was a grant that was spreading hatred. This is not a coincidence, it is a conspiracy.
BJP hits out anger among Hindu community as Bihar minister insults Ramcharitmanas. After UK and Canada, hate graffiti now scribbled on the walls of Hindu temple in Australia's.
Let's get you the very latest now coming in from Joshimath, where we have seen the situation that continues to be extremely precarious. Families now are being rehabilitated. We've also seen the Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami spending a night there at one of the relief camps and assuring the locals that the government will go all out to help them.
एक आपने कॉन्सेप्ट दिया जी जनाब का.
I don't ever want to claim anything which is not done by me. I only cast my mind back to what General Patinkar and General Nirbhay Sharma had done. What I did was that I took the Ji Janab. Ji Janab was not about saying Ji Janab to everyone. It was just a symbol, a name given to an operation to say, understand the Kashmiri environment, understand the culture, understand the sensitivities.
संपूर्ण ग्रंथ पर टिप्पणी नहीं है, ग्रंथ के उस अंश पर टिप्पणी है जो संपूर्ण 85-90% लोगों को शिक्षा से वंचित करता है.
Top headlines at 12:30. Republic confronts Bihar minister who insulted Ramcharitmanas. Minister says, in fact, remains defiant, justifies his remarks.
Ramcharitmanas was a nafrat फैलाने वाला ग्रंथ. Was a grant that was spreading hatred. This is not a coincidence, it is a conspiracy.
BJP hits out anger among Hindu community as Bihar minister insults Ramcharitmanas. After UK and Canada, hate graffiti now scribbled on the walls of Hindu temple in Australia's Melbourne. Back-to-back 3 incidents of snake, lizard and rats found in midday meal. BJP alleges funds misappropriation. Overnight rains bring more trouble. Cracks now seen in more houses and even in Kanpriak.
ये कहानी 1947 में जाती है सर. एक नया मुल्क बनता है पाकिस्तान. जो ऑफिसर्स हैं इंडियन आर्मी में
Viewers, you're watching Superfast 50. I'm Shivangi Shukla. Let's get started. Republic confronts Bihar Education Minister who insulted the Ramcharitmanas by saying it spreads hatred. As Republic asks questions, the minister who insulted Hindus stayed defiant and justifies his comments.
जो भी मैंने बात कही है, संपूर्ण ग्रंथ पर टिप्पणी नहीं है, ग्रंथ के उस अंश पर टिप्पणी है जो संपूर्ण 85-90% लोगों को शिक्षा से वंचित करता है।
Massive controversy over Bihar minister's insult to Hindus. BJP as well as the Hindu community lashed out at the Bihar minister's insult to Ramcharitmanas.
वो दुर्भाग्य है कि इस प्रकार के लोग बिहार के शिक्षा मंत्री के रूप में काम कर रहे हैं। उन सरकारों को इसके बारे में सोचना पड़ेगा जो कि नफरत की राजनीति खुद फैलाते हैं। राम हमारे लिए आदर्श हैं। वो एक पिता के रूप में, पुत्र के रूप में, पति के रूप में, भाई के रूप में जिन्होंने अपने सारे किरदार को सामने रखा, वो हमारे लिए प्रेरणा स्रोत है। तो मुझे लगता है कि इस तरह की बातें करना ये जानबूझ करके एक नफरत फैलाने की राजनीति है।
Amid massive controversy over Bihar minister's insult to Hindus, the Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar said he is unaware about the statement.
नफरत को लेकर भी सवाल उठ रहा है।
हमको पता नहीं है जी, हम देखे नहीं है।
शिक्षा मंत्री ने बोला है कि ये नफरत बोने वाला ग्रंथ है।
नहीं, हमको पता नहीं है, हम पूछ लेंगे उनसे।
Amid massive controversy over Bihar Education Minister's insult to Hindus, BJP MP Sushil Modi demanded Nitish government to sack the minister.
वो कहते हैं कि दलित विरोधी है, तो ऐसे शिक्षा मंत्री क्या संदेश देंगे छात्रों को? और वो भी सार्वजनिक रूप से इस प्रकार के कॉन्वोकेशन के अंदर भाषण दे रहे हैं। तो नीतीश जी ऐसे शिक्षा मंत्री को तत्काल बर्खास्त कीजिए। बीजेपी इसको बिल्कुल भी बर्दाश्त नहीं करेगी।
Amid massive backlash, BJP leader Manoj Tiwari strongly condemned Bihar minister's remark and said the minister has spoiled the name of Bihar.
मैं समझता हूं अगर शिक्षा मंत्री का ये स्तर है तो फिर सरकार का स्तर क्या है पता चल जाता है। और उस रामचरितमानस को आप नफरत फैलाने वाला अगर कोई शिक्षा मंत्री कहे तो मैं समझता हूं सरकार और नीतीश कुमार जी उनको तुरंत इसका संज्ञान लेना चाहिए कि क्या इनके बयान के साथ वो भी सहमत हैं, क्योंकि मिनिस्टर का बयान तो सरकार का बयान है।
Hitting out at Bihar Education Minister, Union Minister Ashwini Chaubey demanded apology from him. He said Ramcharitmanas has great importance in dharma and that it should be kept away from politics.
रामचरितमानस ऐसा नफरत का ग्रंथ है। रामचरितमानस मानव जीवन के ग्रंथी का, मानव जीवन को जोड़ने का ग्रंथ। बोल रहे हैं कि जलाना चाहिए इसको। मैंने कहा ना कि ऐसे गंदे लोग जो अनपढ़ अज्ञानी लोग हैं उनको रामचरितमानस के बारे में जिनको जानकारी नहीं है, ऐसे लोगों को रामचरितमानस के बारे में ये कहना ये अन्यायपूर्ण है। ऐसे लोगों को बर्खास्त करना चाहिए।
Back to back, 3 incidents of snake, lizard, rats found in the midday meal in West Bengal. BJP has now alleged funds misappropriation by the Mamata government. Further, BJP demanded protection and safety to the children. Uttarakhand's Joshimath is reeling under the worst situation. Cracks on walls, homes, roads, buildings continue to baffle the residents as they wait for immediate solution to the crisis. Uttarakhand CM Pushkar Singh Dhami visited Joshimath to assess the situation on ground, assuring safety to the residents. Dhami said that the state government is closely monitoring the situation and evacuation is their priority.
नहीं, अभी तत्काल रूप से हम 1.5 लाख रुपए की धनराशि फौरी तौर पर अंतरिम सहायता के रूप में दे रहे हैं सभी के खातों में। आज से ही उसको डाल देंगे। आज शाम तक जो है अधिकांश खातों में वो पैसा चला जाएगा, अन्यथा कल तक सभी में चला जाएगा। और उसके बाद जो कमेटी बनाई है यहाँ पर, वो कमेटी तय करेगी कि पहले भी आपदा के समय में जो लोगों के राहत के काम और पुनर्वास की जो व्यवस्था होती थी, जो रेट दिए जाते थे, उन्हीं रेटों पर हम अच्छे से अच्छा रेट यहाँ पर लोगों को देंगे।
Addressing the news conference, Army Chief spoke on the situation in Joshimath. He stated that at least 25 to 28 buildings of the army have developed minor cracks and the soldiers have been temporarily relocated.
जो भी हमारी वहाँ पे फैसिलिटीज़ है, जो भी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, जिस मात्रा में या जिस तरह से हम मदद कर पाएंगे वहाँ पर स्थानिक प्रशासन की, हम पूरा करेंगे। और ऐसे सिचुएशंस में हमने पहले भी पास्ट में भी पूरी तरह से मानवीय या फिर प्राकृतिक आपदा का सामना करने में पूरी मदद की है, तो उसी की तरह यहाँ पर भी हम करेंगे।
Addressing the news conference, Army Chief said that we are keeping a close watch on the situation in Doklam and monitoring all the activities taking place there. Further, he stated the situation with China is stable but also unpredictable.
Situation in the Doklam. Now, without going into the specifics of it, I would only want to mention that we are keeping a close watch on the situation there and monitoring all the activities that are taking place. Beyond this, I think I'll not be, there is nothing else I can share with you.
After Taliban's diktat on women right to education, Australia's cricket team has boycotted Taliban from the upcoming 3-match ODI series. Republic has accessed exclusive video of the Myanmar bomb rebel camps near Mizoram border. According to the sources, 5 members of the CNA camps lost their lives and 3 bombs exploded in the rebel camps. After a brutal crackdown on protesting farmers by Nitish-led government, farmers staged massive protests against Bihar government. Remember, the protesters were attacked by cops on their demand for compensation. After a brutal crackdown on protesting farmers by Nitish government, Bihar leader of opposition condemned the attack and said that it's complete Gunda Raj in Bihar.
मंत्री उस पर एक शब्द नहीं कह रहा है, सहानुभूति के एक शब्द भी नहीं बोल रहे हैं। क्या गुनाह उसका है? उन्होंने मुआवजा मांगा है, जमीन का अधिग्रहण करते हैं। इनके भ्रष्ट पदाधिकारी आवासीय गैर आवासीय कर करके पैसे की वसूली करते हैं, समय पर उसको मुआवजा नहीं देते हैं और अपनी मांग को लेकर के अगर जो वो धरना पर बैठा है, वो प्रदर्शन कर रहा है, तो उसको शांतिपूर्ण ढंग से आप समाधान दिन के उजाले में भी कर सकते हैं। घर में घुसकर आधी रात को यह खेल बहुत ही गलत है।
Fresh trouble for Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal. The Directorate of Information and Publicity issued a recovery notice of rupees 164 crores to Arvind Kejriwal and asked him to pay the amount within 10 days. After Directorate of Information and Publicity's recovery notice to Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal, BJP came down heavily on Aam Aadmi Party government, saying Aam Aadmi Party uses taxpayers' money for personal gains.
आप एडवर्टीजमेंट दूसरे राज्यों के अंदर जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट की गाइडलाइंस का खुला उल्लंघन है, आप एडवर्टीजमेंट करते हो अपनी पार्टी का, अपने आप को चमकाने के लिए, लेकिन पैसा जो है वो दिल्ली सरकार दे रही है। जो नोटिस दिया है, मुझे लगता है कि तुरंत से तुरंत आम आदमी पार्टी को ये पैसा दिल्ली की खजाने में जमा कराना चाहिए और देश और दिल्ली से माफी मांगनी चाहिए।
Our Directorate of Information Publicity is a recovery notice to Aam Aadmi Party chief Kejriwal. Delhi Deputy CM Manish Sisodia attacked the BJP, saying it controls state agencies.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी असंवैधानिक रूप से इन अफसरों के ऊपर अपना कब्जा करके जमा के बैठी है और वो इसका दुरुपयोग करके इन अफसरों का इस्तेमाल कर रही है, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के खिलाफ राजनीतिक इस्तेमाल कर रही है। चुनी हुई सरकार के मंत्रियों को टारगेट करने पे, काम नहीं करने दे रही अफसरों को। जनता के काम अफसर करते हैं तो उनको रुकवा देती है और अफसरों का दुरुपयोग कर रही है कि किस तरह से केजरीवाल जी और उनके मंत्रियों को टारगेट करें ये अफसर।
Civic Apathy in Bengaluru continues to make headlines around the latest incident. A road caved in near Brigade Road, leaving 1 person injured. Remember, this comes after Bengaluru's killer metro pillar killed claimed 2 lives, and one of a young mother and her 2.5-year-old toddler. After the historic win of the RRR track, Natu at the Golden Globes, the NTR Junior now congratulated the whole team for being such a big support throughout the movie.
I would like to first of all congratulate him for winning this prestigious award. It really makes me very proud as a fellow Indian that India has, not only Kirwani Garu, but India has achieved this award.
The World Health Organization issued a product alert against 2 cough syrups made by an Indian firm that are potentially linked to the death of 18 children in Uzbekistan. As a probe into Delhi hit-and-run case widens, the Rouse Avenue court rejects bail plea of accused. Remember, the court has sent all the accused to judicial custody. Karnataka Home Minister is responding to the Bengaluru cooker blast case and said that Sharik's family members are under ED radar. He further said transactions between Sharik and his family are being investigated now. PM Modi visited Karnataka's Hubballi and participated in the National Youth Festival today. More than 7,500 youth delegates from different parts of the country will take part in the festival scheduled till January 16th. Addressing the Global South Summit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the world is in a state of crisis and instability. He further stated that India is looking forward to amplify Global South at G20.
Situations will guide the next 8 sessions of the first ever Voice of Global South Summit. From your words, it is clear that human-centric development is an important priority for developing countries.
Fresh development in the Ankita Bhandari case. Court has given a nod to narco and polygraph test for the main accused Pulkit Arya. Remember earlier, the court postponed the verdict for 5 whole days. A major fire broke out at the Jhupri market in Salt Lake area of Kolkata. Several shops were gutted in the blaze. Upon receiving the information, 12 fire tenders were rushed to the spot. State Fire Minister Sujit Bose also reached the market. After over 2 hours of operation, the blaze was doused. A security guard was shot dead and 8 lakh rupees looted from an ATM cash van near a flyover in Delhi this evening. Now, the van was outside the ICICI Bank ATM for depositing cash when a man came from behind, fired at the people, and then he fled with the cash. Mega crackdown on terror. Police recover arrested grenade was found in Pooch district of Jammu and Kashmir. Avalanche hits the Sonmarg area of Gandarbal district. Meanwhile, no injuries have been reported in that incident. Hindu temple was attacked and vandalized by pro-Khalistan forces in Melbourne in Australia. This is yet another attack on Hindu temples. Despite Russia's continuous targeting of Ukrainian energy infrastructure, energy workers have fought to restore damage after every strike in an attempt to prevent Ukraine from plunging into complete darkness. Protests against Peruvian president's government have left 47 people dead since they began a month ago. In a fresh escalation, clashes have emerged in the tourist city of Cusco. US, Japan unveiled plans to strengthen their alliance to help counter threats from North Korea and China, which they call the greatest security challenge in the region.
It is hard to overstate the importance of the US-Japan alliance. For more than 7 decades, it's been the cornerstone of peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific, ensuring the security, the liberty, the prosperity of our people and people across the region. One of the alliance's enduring sources of strength is our ability to adapt it, to meet the evolving challenges as well as the opportunities before us. Japan's new national security strategy, national defense strategy, and defense buildup program reflect the scale and scope of that transformation.
Residents of the seaside community of Montecito continue to face brunt of severe storms. The residents said it's devastating to see towns at this level of destruction.
During the debris flow, I had gone to a friend of mine, but I couldn't get back to my house. All the creeks had overflowed, and there were rocks and boulders and mud. It was really horrific. People had to be airlifted out with helicopters. It was really devastating to see your town in that level of destruction.
The UN mission in Afghanistan condemned the attack outside the Taliban foreign ministry in Kabul that killed at least 5 people. The White House said it has not seen evidence of a cyber attack being the cause of a system outage at the Federal Aviation Administration (FAA) that has caused hundreds of flights to be delayed. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the annual Golden Globe Awards ceremony said that there will be no third world war as the tide is changing in Ukraine's ongoing conflict with Russia. Union Minister of Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal said that India and the US are looking to go ahead and carve out bilateral solutions to the several long-standing World Trade Organization disputes between the two countries. Ukrainian servicemen from the 28th Brigade of the Armed Forces said that the situation on the front line is Donetsk is becoming increasingly difficult with the Russian forces shelling every day. Soldiers have been retaliating with rounds from 120 mm mortar towards Russia and at the positions at the front line near Bakhmut. Viewers, time for some sports action. The inaugural address of the Global Sporting, the Hockey World Cup 2023, which is being held for the second successive time, was held in Odisha by the government. Dazzling extravaganza was inaugurated by the Odisha CM Naveen Patnaik in the presence of Union Minister Anurag Singh Thakur, senior state ministers, officers of the state, senior officials of the International Hockey Federation, Hockey India, and a 50,000 strong crowd at Cuttack. The Men's Hockey World Cup had a grand opening ceremony in Cuttack with performances from top stars like Bollywood celebrities, singers and even K-pop band Black Swan. The official anthem is Hockey Hai Dil Mera was performed by Preetam along with 11 other singers. Union Minister of Sports and Youth Affairs Anurag Thakur quoted, and this is a great moment of hosting the Hockey World Cup and every Indian is excited to watch it. I commend the efforts made by the state of Odisha and Hockey India in putting together what promises to be a fantastic edition of the Hockey World Cup and also for giving India one of the best hockey stadiums in the world. Novak Djokovic suffered an injury scare as a hamstring twinge forced the Serbian star to cut short a practice match there, which was against Daniil Medvedev ahead of the Australian Open. The 21-time Grand Slam champion, who was barred from competing in the Australian Open last year due to a lack of vaccinations, played only one set against Medvedev before withdrawing. Star-studded Thursday it was at the Adelaide International 2. Number 5 seed Daria Kasatina became the first player in the semi-finals, winning over number 12 seed Petra Kvitova. Lionel Messi scored in Paris Saint-Germain's win, 2-0 win, and this happened on Wednesday in his first appearance since leading Argentina to victory in the World Cup in Qatar. He returned to training in Paris a week ago and was back in the starting lineup for this game against the bottom side. Indian men's football team will play 2 international friendlies against UAE with the under-17 team on January 16th in Dubai. Subsequently, the team will play 2 friendlies against Uzbekistan on January 22nd and 24th in Goa. Former runner-up Marin Cilic has withdrawn from the Australian Open after failing to recover from a knee injury. Expressing it on social media on Thursday, he wrote that he was devastated that he could not play this year at the Australian Open, but health comes first. Australia's men's cricket team has pulled out of its 3-match ODI series against Afghanistan due to the recent curbs on the rights of women to play sport in the country. Afghanistan remains the only ICC full member nation without a women's team, but has continued to appear at ICC events since the Taliban takeover, facing Australia at the Adelaide Oval during the recent men's T20 World Cup. And rising British talent Jack Draper got swift revenge on Karen Khachanov on Thursday, dumping the 3rd seed out of the Adelaide International 2 to reach the semi-finals of the Australian Open warm-up.
एक आपने कॉन्सेप्ट दिया जी जनाब का.
I don't ever want to claim anything which is not done by me. I only cast my mind back to what General Patinkar and General Nirbhay Sharma had done. What I did was that I took the Ji Janab. Ji Janab was not about saying Ji Janab to everyone. It was just a symbol, a name given to an operation to say, understand the Kashmiri environment, understand the culture, understand the sensitivities.
ये कहानी 1947 में जाती है सर, एक नया मुल्क बनता है पाकिस्तान। जो ऑफिसर्स हैं इंडियन आर्मी में, उनको ये बोला जाता है कि आप चूज करें आप कहां पे जाना चाहते हैं।
मेरे पिताजी जनरल सैयद मेहदी हसनैन उस वक्त कैप्टन जब आर्मी के अंदर आए थे तो फर्स्ट गढ़वाल राइफल्स में आए। प्योर हिंदू सोल्जर्स कम्युनिटी जो थी पूरी, उसमें एक अकेला मुसलमान। उनके कमांडिंग ऑफिसर ने उनसे पूछा, बंटवारे के अंदर आप क्या चाहेंगे, किसी मुस्लिम यूनिट के साथ, मुस्लिम रेजिमेंट के साथ पाकिस्तान आर्मी में जाने की? जवाब जो था बहुत जबरदस्त। मैंने सोच लिया मैं उस देश में जाऊंगा, मैं उस फौज में जाऊंगा जिसमें मजहब के लिए कोई अलग जगह नहीं है।
संपूर्ण ग्रंथ पर टिप्पणी नहीं है, ग्रंथ के उस अंश पर टिप्पणी है जो संपूर्ण 85-90% लोगों को शिक्षा से वंचित करता है।
Top headlines at 12:30. Republic confronts Bihar minister who insulted Ramcharitmanas. Minister says, in fact, remains defiant, justifies his remarks.
Ramcharitmanas was a nafrat फैलाने वाला ग्रंथ, was a ग्रंथ that was spreading hatred. This is not a coincidence, it is a conspiracy.
I'm reporting from Nursing Temple, which is also becoming one of affected area. First, let me give you a sense. There you can see the security of Chief Minister's Dhami. He has just done the puja over here and now meeting with some of the people over down over there only. And let me tell you that if we talk about the update, yes, he stayed overnight. He was in Joshimath itself. Yesterday also he had meeting with the locals. He had meeting with the administration, and today it is again going to be the meetings after meeting. The series of meeting is already lined up at the ITBP campus itself in Joshimath, where he stayed last night. And let me tell you that this is going to be the meeting with the local administration, with the local people also, because the local people has also made in the committee, and the representative of them is going to be there in this very meeting. This is going to be the district magistrate of Chamoli. This is going to be the secretary. This is going to be the local administration who is going to share this particular meeting.
Republic, 47.3%. 394% more viewership for Republic TV than News 18 in Super Prime Time.